Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Yeah, in today's episode, I will be sharing with you how I got my document in Germany. Today, I will just be doing the introductory part today. So it's gonna be part 1 and part 2. So even in the introductory part, I will be sharing my experience. But actually, a lot of people have been asking me, Rachel, how did you manage to get your documents in Germany? What did you do? What's the name of your lawyer? Which lawyer did you take? Did you have any lawyer that you can recommend to them? Really, I decided to come out today. I decided to do this video just to share with you my experience, how I got my document, because a lot of people actually ask me, Rachel, how did you come about your document? Did you have to do anything? What was the process and all those stuff? Today I'm gonna say I did not do anything. I just followed the normal protocol. I followed the normal process. When I came to Germany, it was through a refugee, and which, you know, normal refugee, you have to go through some processes, which I did. It's actually, that's not my plan. I've never planned to be in Germany, but you know, circumstances have to occur, and which brought me here to Germany. And luckily for me, when I came, I met with one of my classmates. We went to school together back in Nigeria. He was the one that even showed me way to the emergency center, which I have to go there and raise up my hand that I need some help, and that is how I find myself in the refugee. And when I got there, you know, as a novice, there are some processes which you have to follow, and which I have to do the needful and to ask some questions. They have to get your data, they have to register you into the system, and a lot. So after that, being that someone doesn't have anywhere to go to, they'll be the one to give you accommodation, they'll be the one to do the feeding and all those stuff like that. So after doing all the registrations, and they gave me some a badge or something like that to permit me to walk around the emergency camp. So later on, they showed me where I will be staying for some period. So before any other appointment followed, so I was in my room. I was the only person in my room. As I went, it took me to where I had to stay. I was the only person staying in the room as at that time. So how does the refugee actually work? The refugees means that maybe you're seeking for help, maybe in your country there's a war. Like, let me just use for instance, like they're not in Nigeria because of a lot of people my side, because of the Boko Haram, all the stuff like that. But the major reason of you coming to seek an asylum is just to seek help, and maybe you have problems in your countries, and it's not just by you saying it with your mouth. They have to investigate. They have to call you for an interview. They'll interrogate you. They'll ask what happened to your country, that you can't stay in your country. And seeking an asylum is not easy anywhere. Come to me. People that are there knows that it's not easy, and a lot of people are still there suffering. A lot of people are still in camp suffering because this document stuff. But during my own period, the first appointment I had then was in 10th of November. I think I moved into this country October 3rd, and then my next appointment was on November 10th. That's when I have my first, that's when I had my first appointment with the government. And the first one, there was nothing much about the first day of the appointment. That's for you to re-register you again, to ask your experience back home. What are you doing back home? Are you in school? Are you a graduate? how was your country and other stuff like that. That was the first one. So initially I was thinking that it was easy and everything is going to go on well and palatable, but it was not. No, so I when I came to Germany, so I started asking. I'm the kind of person, when I'm new in one particular place, I don't really mingle immediately. I have to observe and do my feasibility report to see how things is being done here. So most of the time when I'm going for a stroll, I just sit down and ask questions for some people. I just say, please, did you speak English? And they said yes, and we'll start gisting and how does this place look. So there was a time I was really carried away because when I came I was like a novice, you know. You still be like, wow, is this so I was a little bit confused when I came because I saw a lot of young ladies being pregnant, and I was like, what's happening? I was really carried away. I don't know when there's one lady sitting down beside me, and I was just like, I don't know when I asked her that, please, I want to ask a question. Where are we? He said, we are in abroad. I said, which of the abroad? Is it the same abroad that we always shout here back in Nigeria, that abroad? He said, yes, this is the abroad we are, this is Germany. I said, wow. He was asking me, why did you ask? I said, don't worry, never mind. I just seeing the new things, but that was not the reason why I was asking the question from her anyway, because I saw a lot of young ladies being pregnant, and it really get me worried that why is everybody getting pregnant, and is it the process they have to pass through in this emergency camp? But I got it wrong because that's not what the government asked them to do. But a lot of people are in haste to get their documents. So the second appointment, it was hell. I was there when I got there 8 o'clock. I met some people in my front, so they have to follow the lines. And when it got to my turn, I was actually thinking it's something that is going to be easy, but no, it was not. It was another story entirely. So when I got there, and luckily for me, when I was in the camp after the first appointment, there's this I'm the kind of person, I don't like sitting there in one particular place. So I got some information, and I asked some questions from the security, and they said, have you gone for your appointment? I said, yes, I've gone for the first one. I said I should be ready for the second one, that they're still going to come in for the second one. But he's going to advise me that every Wednesday I should always go to one particular place. The white people always come there to lecture, to put you through on how you're going to answer any question they are going to ask. However, I was still like, which question did I want to ask? And you understand? So I actually went, and it really helped me because they said when you want to go for an interview, you have to look at them balls to balls, and you don't need to be fidgeting, you don't need to be scared, you just need to be focused and be smart on what you're saying. So it really helped me. And when I got there, because I asked them the questions of my names and everything like that. I asked a lot of questions which I will not be able to, I wouldn't like to review here, but they asked a lot of questions, and it got to a time they're like, do you care for water? And during the lecture I received before going for the second interview, I said, even though it's going to get a time that they'll want to ask you, do you care for water? Please don't take the water. So when they asked me about water, when they asked me, do I care for coffee? I said, no, I'm okay. And then I was still looking like Omabule. I did not even wear any earring. I did not even, then it was still winter period when the weather is so cold. So I was just with my jacket and still not in the system. So So that one goes like that. I think I entered the interview in the room, the interview sections by 10 o'clock, and I came out around. I spent 2 hours 30 minutes inside the interview rooms. So after that, I went home. I was on my way to wash my clothes one time like that at the washing machine. So I asked the people working there, can I try to work? Because in the camp where you are, you're not doing anything. Though the government are giving us money, they're giving us food, but I don't still feel comfortable, because in Nigeria you've already come to look for something doing and all the stuff like that. So actually, I really want to talk about another aspect I want to talk about is the food aspect. The food aspect is really, really worst for me. It was a bad experience for me. There actually a lot of people, as according to what I heard there, that a lot of people actually have problem with the food. So a lot of people doesn't eat the food. So I was thinking that it's something I can eat. I'm the kind of person, I always select food, and I don't just eat food anyhow. A lot of people that man share abroad, you are in abroad, so you have to behave like them. For me, I don't look at people's clock to work. So I eat something that suits me, but then I don't have any choice. There was no choice for me, because in the camp you can't cook, you can't do as you like, as if this is your house, you have to go to the kitchen. There's not even kitchen for you to even cook. Like you want to say you want to eat any food of your choice. You understand? So you just have to eat the food like early in the morning. By 6 o'clock you have to go to the hall to eat your breakfast. In the afternoon, so the food is, for me, is cheesy. Sorry for using that cheesy. Though it's in Germany, they always say cheesy is not good. For me, is irritating. I can't imagine eating flowers, eating what's it called? There's this one bread like that. It's so hard, and like your bread why is it so hard like this? And why people just, because people doesn't have any choice, we just have to eat the bread. You understand? It's not only bread. So in the camp, the first camp I was actually thinking that that's when I'm going to, that's the end of the asylum. That okay, they are going to put me in a better place, a better accommodation, but no, it wasn't. So a lot of people that I met in that camp, I always ask them, how long have you spent in this camp? A lot of people tell me like 6 months, like 7 months, but to God be the glory. When I was there, the first camp I was just a month and 1.5 months. That's the period I was there in the first camp. So I left, but with that 1 month, 1.5 months, it was hell too, because it was looking like years for me. As in, when somebody is in prison, when they said okay 1 year, and you see yourself as if you've been there for like 5 to 6 years. So 1.5 months for me is like a year for me, or 2 years for me. But I still give God the glory, because I never spent so much months there. I never spent long. I never stay in my first camp for so long. So from there, in the camp, they always post. There's something we call post. When you are due, they will definitely post you to another place. If you are lucky, they will put you in a living house. We call it a living house. If you are lucky, they might put you in a living camp also. So in a living camp, in a living house, so that's it's just the same thing anyway. So fortunately for me, when the list came out, they've been posting a lot of people. So I was not bothered, because I was still working at this washing machine section, and they're paying me just a token. The money was not even something to write home about. So I was working with them. So when I finished working, I was on my way going to my room. So I went to check. The security called me that I have a post, and so I went there, and the language barrier is still there, and so any letter that we receive like that, we have to go take it to the security for them to read for us and to explain what the letter is really all about. So they told me I have a post and other stuff. So my second camp was Eichstatt. It was not even in München. Actually, when I first came, my first camp was in München. So that was an emergency camp. So after that, when I spent 1.5 months in the camp, so they have to post me to another camp. So the another camp was even outside München, is one small village like that. So they call it a Maria ward. It's a big building, and they put me in the place that they put me was a big room, which about 10 people in the same room with me. So everybody have their own bunk like that, which you manage and you put your things. So later on, a lot of things happened, fights. They have to separate some people. I was among the people when they asked to leave the place, that I should go to another place. So they put me in another place because in their own power past my own power. So like that. So they started posting a lot of people. I was in I start also for like a month. I'll be ending it here today. This is just the part 1 of how I got my documents. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notifications button. We love you.